loves, it's Lacee and welcome to our space. So today I am very excited to be unboxing my brand new laser engraver and cutter, the WeCreat Vision. And I want to thank WeCreat for sending me this and sponsoring this video. The Vision is the world's first auto lifting all-in-one 20-watt laser cutter and engraver. And not only did they send me that, but they also sent me their fume extractor because they know I live in Michigan and I wanted to use this inside. So let's get to unboxing this beautiful machine and its accessories. As you can see, this came in 2 big boxes and they were packed perfectly and nice and secure. So no matter where you live in the United States is where I am, or anywhere around the world that you get this, it is going to get there securely. So the whole thing is packed in with styrofoam, and on the very top they had a couple of pieces of basswood. There's 2 in there, so you can get to cutting and engraving right away with your machine. They also have the laser bed that comes with this machine at no extra cost. There are 2 of those and they go in the bottom of the laser to make cutting easier. Also, I'm pointing here on the sides, they tape the top down really well and it is protected with a protective coating so nothing happens during shipping with this. So then after I take styrofoam off the top, when you open it up, I have the manual, some sample materials, and then there's 2 boxes encased in more styrofoam that has everything you need to make this laser work. Then a big piece of styrofoam to hold the actual laser module into place and more pieces to protect the inside during shipping. Those easily move by moving the laser. Now let's unpack our fume extractor. It is a filter system that they have made and it comes with a power cord, of course, and then it also has a hose for it, a exhaust hose, an exhaust connector, and a remote. And then the entire rest of the machine is in one piece inside of the box. So I'm going to lay out everything here so you can see everything that comes inside the box. So for the laser, here are all the tools and the accessories that I have. It comes with the tools to put this together so you don't have to go and find anything. You have a power cord and a cord to connect it to your computer. You have an exhaust hose and connector for that, and an air assist pump with the tubing that comes with the machine. They also sent me their rotary tools so I can do circular or cylindrical things, and it comes with the laser bed for the bottom of the machine to aid in cutting. In the manual, it lays out everything clearly and precisely, and it tells you how to get started to get your machine together. So I turned mine around and we are going to follow the instructions that are very simple. I removed the bolts off the back because we need to put the exhaust connector for the hose onto the machine. You also need to remove the clamp that holds on the hose. So all I did was take those off and then go ahead and screw them back on after I put the connector on. Now I'm using my little wrench socket, but they send a wrench in it, so you don't need any tools to do this. Then we're going to connect the hose, which you just slide over it and push it all the way to the edge and then put the clamp back on and tighten. I'm actually using this extra large screwdriver that they sent for this. Then they say you can vent this out a window, but I'm going to be using my extractor. So next we are moving on to hooking up the air assist. Now what the air assist is for is to make sure that when you are cutting or engraving, it gets the smoke and the engraving like burn smell out of the machine through the hose and into the filter. So all you do is connect it to the little 2-prong area on the side, put the hose onto the air assist, the big side goes onto the actual machine, and then the small side fits into its slot on the back of the Vision. Then after that, they tell you to go ahead and connect the antenna. It's easy, you just screw it right on and then you can bend it up so it is facing up and out of the way. Then they tell you to put in your laser bed, but here I am going to put on my power supply first. So it comes in two pieces. You just hook those together, and then you take the small connector for the DC output, I do believe it is, and plug it in the back of the machine, and then you plug the other part into your outlet on the wall. So the reason I did this first and not put in the laser bed first is because you're going to need power and for the machine to lift up, because as you can see with the machine down, I can only get one side of the laser bed in. The other side won't fit because it will bump into the actual laser component on the inside. But once the Vision auto lifted up, it was easy for me to get both pieces of the bed inside. So now let's take a second to talk about this laser. Like I said before, it is the world's first auto lifting laser engraver and cutter. It is a 20-watt laser, and it has a built-in HD autofocus camera to make your crafting needs a whole lot easier. It also has set parameters already for engraving, and they are just one click away, so it takes the guesswork out of that. It is 600 millimeters per second of speed and proficiency, and it comes with the air assist that you just saw me install. I love that the air assist and the laser bed come with this machine at no extra cost, unlike a lot of the other machines that are on the market. It also has its own software in their app that's called Make It, so all you have to do is download that, but it also works with Lightburn. So now let's hook my fume extractor to the actual Vision. This is super easy. It comes with a power cord. It also has an exhaust sleeve that goes into the extractor, and it also comes with a couple of clamps so you can make sure that it's securely installed. They give you a screwdriver, and they give you another hose. I'm going to save this one because we're going to be using the one that came with the Vision. You also get a couple of zip ties with sticky backs so you can get your hose stuck out of the way, like you can put it on your wall or your desk or something. So all you do is put the exhaust sleeve in the connector for your hose, and I can't push mine all the way down because of how high my desk is. I'm really short, so I'm just gonna have my husband put that in really tightly. But then you put your hose on there, and you do just like we did on the other one. You use one of the clamps and tighten it all the way around so it's secure. Once you get that completely on the machine, then you're just going to plug in your power cord on the side and turn it on after you plug it into your wall outlet. Then I take the remote and I turn the machine on. The little red dot in the middle blinks when it is on and it's ready to be used. Then I am showing you that this is the USB cable that you put in the back of the Vision to hook it to your computer, and so you can use that. But we are going to be using my Wi-Fi to go ahead and do a sample piece for this. And I couldn't wait to make my first project. So I opened up my browser and I typed in WeCreat Make It software, and I clicked on the first link, and this is the page that opened up. But you can also do this on your cell phone. It is supported by Android and iOS. I am doing this on my laptop, and I already created my profile. So I am here signing in so I can jump right in. But if you haven't created your profile, this is free to do when you get the Vision. Then it will tell you you can create a profile at the bottom, and this will come up. Once you get everything done and you log in, then it will start you in beginner projects and walk you through how to use the software. It told me that I needed to, or I could, make this lion picture. You cut out a frame and you engrave the lion on there, and I think he's holding a little lamb. Well, I didn't really need the frame, so I decided to delete those portions and just go ahead and test out the lion. And I'm showing you, this is the first thing that I did. I know I didn't show you how to use the software yet, but let's do that because you guys know me. I got to learn this and I want to make something that I come up with. So when you first turn it on, if your machine, if the vision is not turned on, if you have it off, this is what it looks like. And there's a lot of tools down on the left side, like you can upload things, you can put text on there. There are over 400 images that you're free to use. It has all of that on that side. And then once you turn your machine on, you can use the toolbar at the top that will allow you to put the parameters for measurements. You can rotate your project. You can flip it horizontally and vertically and a few other things up at the top. So, of course, I want to go ahead and turn my machine on so you can see that I already put in a wood round that is basswood or basswood, whatever it's called, and it's 3mm, and I want to make something. So I went over to the circle on the left and I drew a circle, and you can see it by the box that is around it. At the top there's a little lock that is unlocked, and I decided to make it easy and put 3 inches by 3 inches and then lock that so that I can have a circle that's a perfect circle, and it's blue on the screen. It's a little hard to see. Sorry about that. I hope they change the colors in the future. Then I'm going to go over to the right hand side and it says engrave or engrave fill, but I want to cut out this circle for what I want to make, and you're gonna see what that is in just a second. So I hit cut and I make sure I lock that little lock so those parameters stay the same. Then if you right click on it, you can either cut it and erase it off of your surface, or you can copy it. So I clicked copy, and then I picked a spot where the circle wasn't at and I hit paste, so I got another one. And now I'm showing you that you don't have to change the size at the top. You can grab it on a corner and stretch it out, and it will keep the parameters the same, and you can make a bigger circle. And because the other one was already cut, this one stays as a cut file too. You can go over and change it, but I don't want to. I want them both to cut out, and I move them over on my workspace so I could add something else on there. So I'm going to go to upload and look through my files on my computer. I just grabbed one and it let me know that it was going to be a little too big for my work service. So I am just pushing it down on the corner to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm trying to center it here. And the beauty of this is there's a camera. You don't have to guess where it's going to go. You can see it right from the computer. Then I clicked on this little box over at the bottom of your right, and since I'm using basswood or basswood, everybody calls it something different, I am using this to click how dark I want it to engrave on there, and it's a one-click system, and it puts in the power and the speed for you, taking the guesswork out of it. A lot of other lasers don't do that. You have to manipulate it to get it to act right for you. So that's all set. I decided I want to put the little circle in the middle and make it a little bigger. So I'm going to stretch it on the corner so it actually cuts out that whole center section. Now when you move it around, it'll snap in and be centered in that circle, and you'll see that with a little X. Then I decided I want that big circle to be a whole lot bigger, so I stretched that by the corner, and since it's highlighted around it, that is the piece that I'm moving. I'm not moving the mandala that I put on there. That's what that image is called. I'm moving the circle because it's highlighted, and I'm putting it on top of it. I want it to go just around the edge of it, and if I manipulate it, it'll snap so they're centered. Then I'm going to just click in the dark space and make a box and put it around the whole thing. And what that does is that makes it one image. As you can see, the whole thing moves at once. Now up at the top, you can ungroup that. That's grouped together. This is like a lot of other editing softwares for a lot of other cutting machines and stuff. So a lot of you already know how to do this, but I did this and it worked out perfectly. It was a little intuitive for me, but it worked out perfectly. Once you get it where you want, you're going to hit autofocus over at the right, and it is going to focus on this and prepare to actually cut out the circles and engrave the mandala. So while your computer is showing that it's auto-focusing and ready to prompt you, your vision is actually focusing and the machine is coming down or going up to the level that it needs to be to do this. So the prompt will come up and it'll tell you exactly how long it's going to take for this project to do, and you can either cancel it or you can send it to the machine if you want to change something. Once you send it to the machine, it tells you to go over and press the button. Well, first, I'm going to turn on my fume extractor, the filter system, so it can get going. So then when I do press the button, I can make sure that all of the fumes go into the filter system. And on your computer, it's going to show you your progress as you're going along. So I do believe this said it was going to take 39 minutes. And this right here is in real time. I did not speed this up at all. This is how fast this machine goes. Now this is sped up. I sped this up like 4 times the rate that it's supposed to go because it was, about 39 minutes and I didn't want to sit there and watch it the whole time. And once it is all done with the engraving part, it moves on and cuts out the pieces I told it to cut out. And it is going a little bit faster. I increased it a bit, but you can see all of the smoke inside of this encased machine. It's not seeping out of the machine at all. So I love that about it too. Once it's complete, then you can hit complete and the machine will rise back up. I think this is ingenious and I am very excited to see what else this machine can do. So then I turned off my fume extractor, I opened up the lid, and here is my finished project. And it turned out so well. I'm in love with this. I can now paint it or stain it, and I got left with these extra pieces that turned out to be a bullseye. So that was really cool. So my final thoughts on my unboxing and using this for the first time. I'm in love with the WeCreat Vision. I am in love with what it did. And I really like their software so far. You can use it for free anytime, but they also have a monthly subscription that you can pay a small fee for. And you have access to thousands of projects and hundreds of fonts and a whole bunch more images. So I think this is the perfect laser engraver and cutter so far for both amateurs and beginners and professionals. And I am very excited to let you guys know that WeCreat has given me a $100 discount code for you guys. It's Lacee WeCreat. It will be linked down in the description down below, plus a link to where you can purchase this if you are looking for one, or you can at least check out the information in case you want to get one in the future. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I know I'm going to be making some cool stuff with it. Again, I want to thank WeCreat for sending this to me. I want to thank all of you for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, loves.